Hello everybody, this is JHancho. Gonna be bringing you a game on Kulas Ravine, and the reason I'm not showing myself is because I'm ashamed at random Protoss, and I'm not very good at Protoss. But I am on Kulas Ravine. The bottom right is the red. Nerdkilla and I exchanging some kind words. I'm commenting on a Spectre portrait. Of course, I did complete all the challenges on gold. If you haven't, check out the guide that's going up on Into StarCraft channel by moi. So some of it's not really a guide as so much a way to exploit the AI in the later missions. But Nerdkilla here up at the top left doesn't know who I am. Is going to be making a pylon at his choke. Me not caring. I'm just going to place it right next to my nexus, leaving a little bit of room so stalkers and zealots and stuff can, wade their way through. So we're talking here, and I say, that I'm in gold. He called me a liar after the game because we actually teamed up and played some 2v2. We're in platinum, moving up to diamond soon, I hope. I don't know how, but he's saying platinum's hard. So I'm just a gold trip, and I actually got scared now because he says it's hard. It's at least in the beta, it wasn't all that bad. Especially after the platinum became gold. Then it was not so hard at all. He's going to, again, make one at his ramp. He hasn't scouted me out. He's working on that. And my gas just started. His gas literally just started. He's going to be scouting around down here. He's going to see that I'm Protoss. And look at that wonderful queuing right on the tip of my nexus, or nearly on the tip of my nexus. That sounds so dirty, I know, but I don't mean it like that. And if you think like that, you're dirty. But getting my second pylon, chrono boosting the heck out of my probes, and I'm going to be getting a second gateway soon after I place my cybercore in the worst possible area here. So that wonderful little thing I told you about letting stalkers and zealots through here, that all goes to heck, let's call it, because I decided to basically wall myself off. And as you'll see, I'll place another gateway here, something similar to that. He's making his wall a little bit tighter. Still a little bit wide if I was Zerg, but he's mining his gas here, getting chrono boost out. This probe just mindlessly follows the other guy all the way around, and I'm sending one out to actually scout. So I'm continuing to build probes. That's pretty much, the game plan here. I do have another warp gate on the way. He gets his out a little bit sooner, and his core finishes about the same time. I'm in a chrono boost warp gate, realizing that he's probably going to do the same thing. And that's one thing about PvP that's kind of annoying. Warp gates, as you'll see in the game, are pivotal to the outcome. So, more probes, more probes. He comes back in here. I say, hello, and I'm going to be getting a stalker out here. And he's getting a couple. And as soon as that one finishes, he's going to get another one. But he doesn't have that second gas quite yet, so it's a little bit tougher for him to... I actually did say hi-oh. I'm so predictable. But there's that wall off that really screwed me up. Until I set a little bit of rally point, until I got warp gates, it's actually hurt me a little bit. But the thinking here was that if I create a wall that is more or less stalker-proof or zealot-proof, he'll have a tough time getting my probes. But as you see, stalkers come out on the wrong side. We're still running around here with my probes. I tucked one here down in the corner, and I'm trying to build a pylon because I saw one of my friends do it to me, and that was very annoying. But I kind of dart in, dart out. And he's going to come and kill this as soon as the stalkers feel up to it. But he's not getting this gas as soon as he gets it. He does have enough for another round of stalkers. He's going to probably morph them to warp gates right here and reinforce that way. But he's going to come down, reveal that he is in the area and ready and willing to kill me. Probe gets the kill, I think. No, one of the stalkers stole it. Stole it. Wow, stole. IR, educated. Warp gate is done for me. I'm finally warping in, and look at that mineral buildup. That's unforgivable. I do have a robo bay on the way. That probably the biggest thing that saved me, and he just killed my poor little probe in the corner that was going to do some wonderful scouting. He still hasn't gotten this gas. Interesting though, we do have I do have a little bit of a probe advantage. I'm going to move out with 5 stalkers just to see exactly what's happening. He has 5 stalkers of his own, kind of in a Mexican standoff here, which of course gets reinforced by 2 more, and then he decides to move. Unfortunately, I'm waiting there for him, and I get 2 free shots, 3 free shots, and he says, I have got numbers, so he moves the one to the back that got hurt, and I am warping in more as soon as I can afford it, which, after getting an immortal, is not all that bad now. This one I should have moved, I did, but he's going to be coming down with more stalkers because of that warp gate. And I'm not going to do too much about it. But now that the immortal's out, I have numbers. The immortal easily worth a couple stalkers once it gets into position. And we're going to continue dancing around. He's going to reinforce, I'm sure. There we go. And we're going to continue to dance. Look at his mineral buildup. He's got no gas because he doesn't have any in those guys. He finally realizes it. And he's going to be getting more. He does have that third gateway, but not into a warp gate. So, unfortunately, my immortal's out of position here a little bit. Got to keep it within that ball of units, and I should be getting another one soon. I do have the money for it. Dancing around makes me lose focus on building anything worthwhile. Look at that buildup of gas. That'll be taken care of pretty handily by the immortals that I'm going to hopefully press out. I'm chrono boosting because I forgot about it. I'm sure that his are the same. Chrono boost kind of goes out the window. We just got this massive ball of stalkers here. Against my little tightly packed, immortal-driven engine of destruction. So I'm going to continue warping, and my economy is just slightly better than his. I have a fully saturated mineral line, nearly. 2 more would be capital, but I do get more hits off on this stalker, purely because I've got a little bit of a better concave. Unfortunately, this immortal's kind of by himself. Now I start to move out, and I get one, and we're going to continue to move. He's going to get more up on the ridge. He finally gets that third warp gate up, and he's expanding. And that is bad for me. That is bad for business all around. Now, I figured he was on the high ground. He gets 1 free shot off. But I'm just going to straight up move, and the immortal tanking some of the damage. And I move a little bit too far. Bad control by me. And as soon as he's off, I decide to push a little bit, make him warp back into his base. 2 more gateways into warp gates. Hopefully I remember to do that. And he is just going to go straight to my base. Unfortunately for him, I do have 4 warp gates, and I have a crapload of units at his.